This is Dr. Lam, founder of drlam.com, here to talk to you today about the inability to handle stress and adrenal fatigue. Most people think of stress as either physical or emotional components that we commonly see, such as death of a loved one, toxic relationships, employment difficulties, and financial difficulties. Well, stress actually comes in different ways, and its ramification and how the body handles falls on the adrenal glands. The key hormone responsible for this is the cortisol. At first, in early stages of adrenal fatigue, the cortisol rises to handle whatever stress you throw at the body. And usually that is successful. But over time, if stress is unrelenting and unresolved, the body's ability to produce this hormone to overcome stress becomes compromised. As adrenal fatigue advances, the ability to handle stress decreases, and stress can be very, very problematic. Now, inability to handle stress can be, as I said earlier, from life-threatening events to even minute events. Well, what are they? Well, sometimes you may not think of, but let's say having a car ride, going on a trip to visit your friends, opening a refrigerator door with a cold air blowing at you, being exposed to sunshine that for a longer period of time of even a few minutes in those who are weak, inability to take in food such as pizza, intolerance to dairy products, for example. These are not things that you commonly thought of as stress, but to a body that is weak, this is severe stress in many cases. And people, you will find, will crash when exposed to these small, minute stressors. So the important thing to understand is that stresses comes to the body in different ways and shapes. Yes, the big stresses that we all know is obviously of a tremendous insult. But you need to pay attention to the small stressors as well, because it are these stresses that indicate to you how well the body is accommodating, how strong the adrenal really is, how much nutritional reserve it is there. Oftentimes in our clinical practice, we try to help people to build up their nutritional reserve, so in time of stress, the body can dip into these reserves and use the tools and the nutrients to help itself. And if you deplete these nutritional reserves, then the body will find it unable to handle stress. Now, it's very important to understand that repleting or replenishing nutritional reserve does not mean stimulating the body. You can stimulate the body, but not necessarily helping the body to replete its reserve level. So, for example, if a baby is sick, the baby needs fluid, but fluid can come in the form of water, milk, or can come in the form of soda drinks. You want the baby to get the good fluids like milk and water as necessary to replenish the nutrients, but you don't want the baby to be on a soda diet where all they get is empty calories. So the concept is very important to understand. Stress, what is it? How does it really affect? The minute stresses will indicate to us what is really going on in the body. And your ability to handle stress depends on how sensitive your body is. If you are sensitive and in tune with your body, then over time you can train your body not only to sense the stress, but also to be prepared on how to deal with it. But if you don't pay attention and you don't spend the time to understand your body, then even the stress you may not know until it really becomes overwhelming. So understanding that stress and the inability to deal with them is an important and significant indicator of adrenal health is very important. I hope you've enjoyed this video. For more information on this topic, head over to drlam.com, where I've written over 1,000 articles to help educate people. You can also call me at 626-571-1234 for more information on adrenal fatigue and how to navigate it. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.